Hey guys, we're back. Okay, so couple of things. One, I went ahead and added a few mods. I added bulk rail loader because I know we're going to use it eventually. Um, I added flow control because I know we're going to use that eventually. Mini loader I added because again we're going to use it eventually. Nanobots is just mostly for convenience of having bots early on in the game. It's not a huge game changer, especially for what we're doing. We're looking at blueprints. And the warehouse mod just because I like having the bigger storage availability and stuff like that. So there we go. So that, let's confirm that. Let's go to our blueprint testing. And as you can see, I've got all my ore patches covered. We got some, you know, smelting going on. We got a big power plant down here now. I decided to go ahead and expand it out a little bit from where I had originally planned to put the wall. And the reason for that is we're going to need this space anyway. Might as well just go ahead and get started moving in that direction. We're going to build the bus in this direction. And our incoming is going to be over here for our ore and stuff like that. So I think we're ready to start thinking about blueprints. We're not ready to really start building them yet because we don't have much in the way of technology and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and start talking about blueprints, where to get them, that sort of thing. So if we open up our browser and we go to factorioprints.com, and I already went ahead and jumped to it. But this is where you find blueprints, and there are tons and tons and tons and tons of blueprints in here, which is why I said I wanted to try checking some of this stuff out, because there's stuff in here, man, I've never even messed with or thought of or anything else. So there's a nice nuke setup. That's, holy crap, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32 nuke plants. Or 32, yeah. So there you go. So, that kind of stuff that's in here. So I thought we'd play around with this. So let's go here to the first page. And you got two options. You can search titles or you can search tags. If you click on tags, there's a whole crap ton of stuff that you can find, right? So first thing we're going to look for, well, we're going to need smelting. So let's go for smelt, right? And let's look and see what we can find for smelting. It looks like it's train based, pretty good size. And everything has a picture to it. Now that's train based, but it's for city blocks. Ideal smelt stack powered by its own train unloaders, and loaders take plates, bricks elsewhere. All steel furnaces, all belts compacted for full up savings. This thing kicks it out. I've yet to run out of resources. My ultra speed, bought them all. 10K plates per minute, 720 steel per minute, 7.2 copper per minute. Let's take a look. Alright, so it comes in. Oh, and then it comes back out. Okay. And it's pretty much your standard inline setup using coal. Alright, let's grab this one. So in order to grab one, you're going to go copy to clipboard. You're going to come back over to Factorio, and you're going to grab the import string, which is the little dotted line box with the arrow in it. That's going to bring up a window, and you can copy and paste into it. So Control V, because it's already on the clipboard. Import, right? And then we're going to put that into our inventory. So let's go back over here. This is another train-based one that I'm leaning towards a train-based. So when I saw this one looks interesting too. This is network rightification, simplified, original, tileable, which is nice. So looks like we've got iron plates, copper plates, steel plates, and stone. And looks like each of these is an individual. You can just stack them as many high as you want. Alright, well, let's grab this one too, just for comparison's sake. Back over to Factorio, import string, plop that in. Oh, that one's a whole book. Okay, so it's got loader, unloader, extender for stackers, and then it's got the smelting broken down by, okay, there we go. Alright, so there's that. Next we're going to want science, because we've got a lot of research to do, right? Blue science, that's just blue science. We don't want the science labs. Starter brace pre-rocket making 45 science packs a minute. That's not terrible. Looks like it's starting with raw copper ore, iron ore, stone, and coal, and bringing in its own oil. So this is all self-contained. The only thing you got to put into it is raw materials, it looks like. And it looks like it's making red science. Looks like military science. Where's green science? I don't see green science. A little hard to see on here, obviously. Blue science is there. All right, well, let's snag this one and see. Alright, got any other good ones? Red and green. Looks kind of small though. Handy science. What's this do? A little hard to see. Doesn't say. Science labs. Science labs. Again, city block. Nothing wrong with city block, don't get me wrong. Science waterfall. Oh, it's just trains bringing it into the labs. Okay. All right. Well, we'll deal with that for now. We'll do that for now. And for those of you who followed my space exploration series, I have my blueprints there in here too. If we get rid of search parameters, there you go. My blueprints are in here as well. While we're here, I think I'm going to grab my rail book. I want to stay away from using. Oops. I want to stay away from using my stuff too much, but I do like my rails. So we're going to bring my rail. I'm going to bring my rail book in, and I think that's it for now. I don't want to grab my fluid book. I want to try new things, you know, so we may grab those at some point. But anyway, they're there if you guys are interested. So now, that'll get us started. Now, the thing with this is, if we look at this blueprint, not that one, this one, you notice that it's all red belts. We don't have red belts. And it's also blue assemblers. We don't have blue assemblers yet. That's my rail stuff. That's the train smelter with the electric furnaces. So we're still going to have to do a little bit of research to get some stuff going anyway, on our own. So what I'm going to do, what we're going to go ahead and knock out here now is let's grab. I don't think I have any down here. We're going to grab the underground. We're going to grab the copper, I guess. We're going to grab the splitters. That's a lot of copper. We don't need that much copper right now. Need a bunch of iron. We're going to need some inserters. So we're making inserters. Oh, we got inserters in hand. All right, we got poles. Yep. Okay. So we're going to have to make ourselves some science. Let's clean some of this up now that we got. All right, there we go. Looks good. So, first thing we're going to have to do, we're going to have some science, just to be able to make some. So, let us. That's 5 plus the 1 is 6. That'll give us some labs. And then for science we need copper and gears to make our science. So where are we going to grab this that we can go ahead and stick it? And this is just, keeping in mind, this is just temporary, so that we can kind of get going, so that we can build those blueprints. So if we do this, if we go here, that's gears, right? And we go there. We can say red science. We can say gears. And then we can do this. Or we can do this. Now, it's going to put it in on that side, so we want to balance it out on this side. Right. And then we're going to want, oh, it's still only, damn it. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then that'll be 3. There we go. So that'll give us a little bit of ability to start researching. Right? Probably more labs than we really need, because we're never going to keep up with that with one factory. But there we go. We'll let it build up a little bit, and then it'll keep up a little better. So now let's get rid of all this copper that we're carrying around. We don't need it now. Keep a little bit. Now let's look what we got here. We don't have anything else really resource-wise inside of our little area, but we are going to come out this way. So let's go ahead, and while that's building up, let us start running our belts out. And we're only going to run them as far as this first wall. We're going to take that wall down, but we're going to wait till we get nanobots to do it, which is the first thing we're going to research here. We're going to snag nanobots, and we're going to get them pretty quickly. They're only a red science. And yeah, I know we got 4 lines, but we only got 1 input line. We're going to have to, excuse me, increase our resource input, which we're going to do. I mean, that's why we grabbed the blueprints that we grabbed. But it's going to take us a little bit of time to build up our production, to get to the point where we can just start slapping down all of this stuff. But for right now, we're kind of getting the infrastructure built. That's my thought process anyway, is we get the basics in place, and then we can really kind of expand from there. So if we have a plan and we know where we're going to put this stuff, then we're not scratching our head as badly as we normally do, theoretically. I'm always going to be scratching my head, guys. Let's be honest. So yeah, it's getting there. It's a little slow. Let's look at our tech. So yeah, so now nanobots is real easy. It's only 30. It's the first thing we get. It's going to give us all of our stuff that we need for nanobots. We can build everything in hand. So let's go ahead and add that to our research queue. And then lights would be nice. Yeah, electronics, steel, screw it. We'll just, there we go. All right. Because then we can start worrying about our green science and what have you, and start researching some of that stuff. But that'll get us going. All right, there we go. And yep, we got factories, so we'll be able to start building that. All right. Let's look at what it takes to build factories. Green circuits. So green circuits is going to be a biggie. Let's go. You know what? Let's do this. Let me pull this up again. And let us look at green circuits, shall we? Let's try, see if that narrows us down some. Clean circuits. Full blue belt, no beacons. Well, that doesn't do us much good right now because we don't. Alright, let's try circuits. Maybe there's a combined one. Starter and then stackable red circuits. Well, we don't want red circuits yet. We want green circuit. Compressed. Oh, that's got beacons. We're not ready for beacons yet. First page. Red circuits. That's insane. Circuit book. Late game circuits. Green circuits. 45 full blue belt. Blue circuit production, belt of red circuits, green circuits. Interesting that it's using blue inserters and whatnot, but well, oops, it went too far. Let's go ahead and grab it, because it's got yellow belts, red belts, blue belts. So apparently, I'm thinking this is probably a book. Yep. Alright, there we go. So we'll go ahead and grab that. So we're doing alright. Like I said, I knew that wasn't going to keep up. Alright. Let's look at these circuits. So that's yellow belts. Yeah, that's kind of what we want, right? So if we stick that here, now it's used in substations. We can put poles in. That's not a problem. If we put that down, now we can go through and manually put all this crap down, or now we have nanobots. Let us build a nanobot gun, figure out where it's at. There it is. So we got everything in hand to build that, and we got everything in hand to build a bunch of nanobots. So let's build a bunch of nanobots, because then we can have it put this stuff down by hand. Now it's not going to be able to put down the assemblers because they're blues. So we'll just put them down. And it's not going to be able to put down the inserters because they're blues, but that's okay. We'll use the upgrade planner. So we're going to want a bunch of these. Bad habit to get into, guys. Don't steal materials off your belts, because you know you're robbing your system. Have yourself a little chest off to the side that it puts them in or something, but don't steal them off the belts. You know, it's a bad habit to get into. I say that as I do it, but honest, it'll come back to bite you. All right. We'll do a stack of those because we're gonna need them. The other reason I like using bots to do placing my blueprints, to be honest, is that way I don't fuck up my placements. It's an interesting layout. It's interesting the way they do that. I wonder if it keeps it from bunching up too much. Right, there we go. Alright, so now let us take our upgrade planner and change from blue to yellow. Right? Of course, we could have done this as well. Change from blue assemblers to gray assemblers and done all of it. There we go. Now the only thing we really need to worry about is the fact that we don't have substations. So we'll take out the substations. And let's turn on our bots and let them start putting the stuff in. We need a bunch of splitters with this one. we'll make another 50. Now these little bastards are not that fast right now because we only have them at a level 1. Alright, looks like we are out of inserters and out of undergrounds as well. So let's make ourselves a bunch of undergrounds. We just have to wait for whatchamacallits. So we're going to have undergrounds. That's going to be copper. So that's copper. Looks like that's likewise going to be copper. That is also copper there and there. And then this is going to be iron. There we go. Alright. Now we just need to wait on the undergrounds and the assemblers. And then once we have that, we'll know where we need to put our power. So close. Alright, I think that is la-di-da-di everybody except for the splitters and the undergrounds. So let's go ahead and figure out where our poles are going to go. See if we're missing anything so far. Nope, not bad. All right. Is that everybody? That looks like everybody. Alright. How we doing on power? Oh yeah, plenty. Now these aren't running yet, so we don't know, but... Alright, now we're going to be doing our splitters. Once we have these greens set up, we can set up a plant just for our belts and our inserters and our factories. Let's go up and grab our dead ones. Alright, good. Get rid of these fivesies. Get these undergrounds going too. Alright, so next thing we're going to need, we're definitely going to want to increase our ore input. So maybe we want to think about expanding this end out too. So let us see just what we got at the moment for doing that. We're going to want walls. We got those, we got walls, we got inserters. Okay. So whilst we're building that stuff, let's go up here. Let's get our other inserters, let's get our iron. We don't want our steel axe, definitely. Alright. Well, it's going that direction, so let's go down here. We're going to want to go down this way first. how far out do we want to go? I think we want to go to the edge of our cloud. Might as well. If we're going to go, right, we might as well go to the edge of our cloud. Now I know that me doing this, and if people sitting here actually watching this, that this is, they are bored off their ass. I'm sure that's the case. And that's okay. And if you want to comment on that and say that you're bored off your ass, by all means go ahead and do so. I'm not bored. I'm just plodding along like I normally do. And I happen to be recording it at the same time, so why not throw it out there, right? Nobody's making anybody watch. That's for certain. Alright, well, I hate wasting those trees. But that is the way it goes. So we can make ourselves some space. Good old cliffs. We'll deal with that part of it when we get there. We're going to have to route the belt around it. Yep, okay. Now, the other thing I could be doing is that in amongst the numerous blueprints that I have over there on that blueprint page, I have a starter mall that I could put down and save a lot of the issues with this, and save a lot of the time and trouble with this, and not even have to deal with it by virtue of the fact that I could just put down a mall. But I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to do this, I don't know, new, if you will. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be new about it. instead of doing the same thing over and over again. I want to get stagnant. Ooh, I'm wondering. No, almost, not quite. So you're useless. Oh well. There we go. Did that reach? It reached. Awesome sauce. Alright. Let me draw this all the way out now. Now we're not going to go all the way in one swell swoop, because if we do that, we'll get too far. They won't have ammo. The worms will come and get them, or the biters will come and get them, rather, what have you. We don't want to overextend ourselves, is what I'm getting at. Getting there. Now, what is going to judge how far I go at this point is just how many turrets I have on hand. I think I have like 3 more. So that's how far I'm going to go. And then I'm going to turn my wall there. And that gets us up, you know, where the worms are. And all you need to do is follow the worm. Right? Alright, so then that is going to be there. Okay. Ta-da! And then it's just a matter of waiting for them to fill. Meanwhile, we can go back and finish our green circuits. Alright, and let's put in our supplies. Is that la-di-da-di everybody? Now it is. Right? Now we got green circuits coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll get us a start. Ta-da! Alright guys, so there we go. Now we got green circuits being made. Next thing we can worry about is we'll put in an inserter factory. We'll put in a belt factory for all the different kinds of belts. and we'll put in a factory to make factories or to make assemblers. All right. In the meantime, off camera, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this wall, and we're gonna expand this out to here, maybe out as far as this, and close that area so that we can have our incoming. All right, guys. So that's what I'm going to do off camera, and I will talk at you later. All right, bye.